2.
It's fight night at Glendale's Beyond the Stars Auditorium. Around the mixed martial arts octagon, the excitement builds. But behind the scenes, amateur fighters like Cristian Garcia try to stay focused, awaiting their turn in the ring. There's a lot at stake for Cristian. This could be his last fight as an amateur before making the leap to the professional ranks. Months of training and a lifetime of dreams have led to this moment.
We grew up in Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico.
So when was the first time that you decided you wanted to do this MMA?
Well, I decided I wanted to be a boxer when I was a little kid. It was mainly my dad who got me into it. He did a little bit of training. I always picture fighting as like, you stand up for yourself and you kind of take on the bully or the bigger guy. My dad goes out to the fights. Yeah. He's a big supporter. He really enjoys watching fights.
Yeah.
My mom is the one who's against it. She would much rather have me doing something else.
Pues lucho con ella porque ella es la que definitivamente se le hace muy duro. Nos sorprendió realmente porque no esperábamos que le gustara eso porque él era muy serio, muy tímido. Ya cuando empezamos a ver que llegaba del high school con amigos y siempre entrenar, dijimos, ya vimos que se está enfocando muy en serio en este deporte.
I would bring friends over from high school and we just put gloves on and go at it. I would film me sparring with somebody and I would just watch it over and over again and I would study all my mistakes then so that the next time I did it, I would fix everything. One of the fighters that I admire was Julio Cesar Chavez, just because he was from Mexico and he did such great things.
But Cristian's passion for boxing soon turned to the growing sport of mixed martial arts, known simply as MMA, and there was no looking back.
When I started seeing MMA, that took all my attention. I saw all the different styles there were, the different ways there was to beat another person. You can use your hands, your elbows, your knees, your kicks. You can take someone to the ground. There's 1,000 ways to make them give up on the ground without throwing a single punch. And I just became hooked.
He knew if he wanted to make it in the sport, he needed to take his training to the next level. That's when he found the Gracie Gym in Burbank, owned by pro MMA fighter and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu specialist Alberto Crane.
A lot of people say they want to be mixed martial artists, but when it comes down to it, it's hard, it's tough. And it's only a few that even fight, amateur, and out of those few, only a few go pro. And out of those few pros, only a small, very, very small percentage go on to like a big show like a UFC, making money. As far as Latino fighters being natural fighters, I think they are. The boxing culture is so deep in the heritage. I think it's a natural progression. In the UFC, there's so many Hispanic great fighters, that are champs right now, and I know there's many more to come.
Life of an amateur fighter is, it's tough. It's hard. It's not easy to make time to be training and to really be at 100%, because there's a lot of responsibilities I still need to take care of. I've always had jobs where I really have to go out there and work hard. So my dad has been doing construction for a lot of years, so I've been working with him. I feel like it kind of makes me tougher to be in that environment.
The perfect world, next 3-4 years, what would you like to see happen?
I definitely plan on making my professional debut this year. And as long as I keep winning, hopefully get some title fights and eventually land in the UFC.
So the whole plan works out where you get that big UFC title fight, you're in Vegas, the crowd's cheering, the end of the fight, ref comes out. What do you want to hear?
And the new champion, Cristian Garcia.
And the crowd goes wild.
Yeah.
Right?
But with only 2 weeks to go before the big fight, Cristian concentrates on more immediate goals.
They say you win your fight at the gym, not at the fight. So you want to make sure you train at 100%.
And with that intensity of training, there can be unexpected turns. When a sparring session gets a bit too heated, Cristian suffers a deep gash to his lip that could be a major setback.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
But after 5 stitches and a modified training plan, the fight goes on as scheduled.
It's good now, it's healed up. I'm healthy now, which is the important part. I don't want to eat anything that's going to slow me down. So just put some fruits.
A few well wishes, and it's off to the fight. But at the pre-fight weigh-in, Cristian has one last hurdle to overcome. He's above his weight limit and has to find a way to burn off a couple pounds quickly. He finally makes weight, and Cristian is ready.
I've always aimed to be the best. I've always wanted to be at the top. I don't like settling for less. I don't want to just be someone who's fighting. I want to be someone who's beating, all the top guys and is a champion.